let's play Never Ever Have I Business Owner Edition. So put a finger down if you've ever rewritten an email multiple times to get it just right. Planned your website content for 3 months before ever posting anything. Waiting to launch because you're still deciding on those perfect brand colors. Spent hours investigating the best software to use when you haven't even solidified your offer. Worried about what days of the week you should be booking those calls when you really have more important work to be doing. Can you relate to any of that? Do you identify as a perfectionist and you wear that as a badge of honor? That you've got great attention to detail, you're a perfectionist, you like things just so. And while I can appreciate a lot of the wonderful qualities that come with being a perfectionist and having a great attention to detail and really caring about the work that you're putting out in the world, the truth is perfectionism is one of the disguises of fear. Hi, I'm Stacey Berger. I'm a transformational coach in both life and business, empowering entrepreneurs to accelerate their results while achieving full spectrum success. Fear often disguises itself as practicality. Fear is the part of us that is scared to grow, that is scared to leave our comfort zone, where we're scared to put ourselves out there because we're worried about the judgment or if it doesn't work. And so fear is a mechanism to protect you from not growing, from not being hurt, and it will disguise itself as practicality, which often shows up as perfectionism. It's a form of delay. Don't make that offer yet because you don't have your website perfect. Don't go to that networking event yet because you don't have your elevator pitch perfected. And it keeps us from taking action steps that are actually going to move us forward. And it tricks us into thinking that we are moving the business forward because we're busy doing all of the back end work. And I'm here to tell you that we're not here for perfection. In fact, there's no such thing as perfection. You will never have your brand colors perfect. You will never get that perfect headshot. You will never have the perfect copy. It will continue to evolve and to grow. So stop waiting for perfection and start taking action that's actually going to create the results that you want. When we can start to identify that we have two parts of us, each one of us, we have these two parts of us. We have this part of us that's calling us to grow, to be more, to do more, to reach for the stars, to really live our passion and our purpose. And then we have this other part of us that is designed for comfort, for safety, that's saying, it's safe over here. Let's not go do those things. This is much more comfortable. There's an old story about a young man who was headed out on a vision quest, and he was quite afraid. And he went to his elder in his community, and he said, it's like I have these two wolves fighting within me. And one is saying, you're going to be fine, you're going to live, you're courageous. And the other one is showing me these images of death and destruction. And I'm afraid. The wise elder says, it's the one that says you're going to be okay. That's the one that's going to win. And this young man said, well, how do you know? And the elder said, because that's the one you're going to feed. And just like that young boy, we've got these two parts of us. The one that says, you've got this, you can do this, and this other part of us that says, I'm afraid. And the way that we let that part of us that wants to grow, your dreams, your goals, that part of you that knows you are meant for more, how do we get that part of us to win? We feed it. How do we feed it? With our attention, with our energy, with our actions. As long as I'm waiting for things to be perfect, I'm actually feeding the fear. I'm feeding the comfort zone. I'm not moving forward. And so taking your attention and your energy off of perfectionism and putting it on needle movers, putting it on the activities that are going to move you forward, launching before you're ready, going to that networking meeting before you have your elevator pitch perfected, launching and making that offer, knowing that it will keep growing and it will keep expanding. But the point is here, get started. Start taking the action steps that you know will move you forward. And here's the thing, they're not usually the easiest things. And you're going to have some fear, and there's going to be some worry and some doubt, but we do it anyways. Fear and failure are going to be part of our growth journey. And highly successful people learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. That growth journey isn't always comfortable. But as you get more comfortable in the discomfort, as you're afraid and you do it anyways, the rewards on that side are so much greater. Where you get to wake up with this feeling, I love my life. Where you know that you're living into your purpose, your passion. So focus on where you're going, what it is that you would love in your life, and move energy in that direction. Download the Accountability Accelerator to help you stay more accountable to what's important to you. Your dreams matter. I'm Stacey Berger. Here is to you living a life that you love.